Welcome. Molly Reardon, Reiki Master. It is suggested when you're taking Reiki to read Emperor Meiji's 125 Waka poems. They're said to have magical effects. I'm going to read those to you today. Though autumn moon has not changed since old times, so many people have passed away in this world. Moon. How I wish to have a mind like a clear, wide, blue sky. When you think about the poor farmers who are working hard in the rice field in the hot summer, how can we complain about being hot at times? The maple leaves, which had taken so long to turn red by the frequent rain, were blown off by just a wind. Your goal or dream may have failed to be successful, but go back to the start and keep trying. Wind blowing leaves. Even the raindrops can make a hole in a hard stone, so don't give up easily, though it may seem difficult at times. Don't hate God or blame others, since it was your own fault at times. When you're too cautious, you sometimes can make a wrong decision in life at times. When someone makes a mistake, correct their mistake and advise them to improve. That is real friendship. Even though the world is in turmoil, stay calm like a pine tree, standing on a hard rock. Pine tree standing on a hard rock. Our life is like a rough, battering wave in the ocean. Wave. Do not forget to work hard, no matter how rich and satisfied you are at times. There seems storm in the house, yet the branches of a tree are growing thick outside. Don't argue. Stay in harmony, brothers. Keep your mental richness and quality within yourself, whatever happens in the world. Heart. I think it's better to take nourishing herbs rather than looking for many medicines for cure. You need to train yourself mentally and use your healing ability rather than relying on many medicine. I wonder how the soldiers are spending the night in the wild, where it's full of mosquitoes at times. Regard the people with excellence and great achievement as your role model and educate our precious young people. Education. The beauty of looking the flowers over the pond is to be able to see more beautiful flowers floating on the river after being fallen off. Flower falling on the pond. A glowworm hides away into the reed glass, letting the moon shine on the pond. Glowworm before the moon. Even the crystal ball without a scratch can lose shine in the dust. Nobody is perfect. Crystal ball. Learners, don't forget to work hard rather than hurrying to progress at times. No matter how busy and successful you are, don't forget to devote yourself to your parents. Loyalty. You will find a useful plant even in the overgrown, weedy field plant. Don't be satisfied with the little success of getting a certificate. Keep learning, students, graduate students. You get many shades of pink flowers from the same seed, depending on how you look after them. Dianthus. People won't hear the sound of gushing water, of the torrential waterfall, if there aren't the rocks that make barriers. People's success can't be achieved without hard work. Waterfall. Water is flexible, changing its shape according to the shape of the vessels when it's poured in. However, water has the power to break through a hardest rock. Such is the strength of water. People should be flexible to any situations, but act bravely with a strong mentality when it's necessary. Water. All you have planted has died out because the unwanted weeds have spread. Don't give in and keep trying. Weeds. An old man supported by his grandson is standing, paying respect for me. Old man. Every time I see the buried trees, I wonder if there are people with quality and excellence who haven't been recognized. Buried tree. It's been snowing, which almost takes away the little heat of fire. An old man came without waiting for the warm day. Visitor in snow. Whether you write or not, the writing should be neat and easy to read. Calligraphy. You worry about your children, no matter how old they are. That's the parents. Parents. What a contrast, the braveness of young people who are going to war and the sorrow that they are leaving their parents behind at times. Even a bird flying freely in the big sky will never forget its home. Bird. Look how children learn to write. They learn quickly and improve fast. Our society should follow the same. Learning. Pink flowers stand beautifully, even when they are covered with dew. Educated people are such. They have faith and are assured. Pink flower with dew. Your sincere and faithful heart will make even the devil's heart move and cry. True heart. You should rest and enjoy yourself watching the flowers after finishing your hard work at times. Nowadays, so many people complain and criticize others or forget about the mistakes you make. Criticism. It may look impossible to climb the top of the mountain, rising high in the sky, but you'll find a way if you try. There is a way if there is a will. Peak. You should tell people what you are thinking only when you are definitely sure, at times. Even the things go in the way you want. Don't forget to be modest at times. Don't think you are not capable. You are what you can be at times. Go down and get rid of snow accumulating on the fragile twigs of a young pine tree. Pine in the snow. I shall write down the names of people who have fought bravely until they have died for our country, at times. A fan, cool them down. People keep coming to see me even on such a hot summer's day. I appreciate that people are working hard for me. Fan. People's heart is better to be simple rather than showing off. Heart. If you don't do what it has to be done because you think it's difficult, you'll never succeed. Criticism. The leader of a family, as a central pillar of the house, must be assured and not to be troubled by trivial things. Pillar. One small weed can spread quickly and become deep-rooted and difficult to be tackled. Even a small talk can cause a lot of troubles in this society, so you should be careful what you say. Weed criticism. The boat may be going down easily and smoothly down the river, but don't let the oars go with the flow. Don't expect everything goes well. Life is unpredictable. Boat criticism. There are a few shiny crystal balls without scratches, even if they are quality ones. Everyone makes mistakes, and not always perfect. Crystal ball criticism. Every time I go out, I worry if my public visit may cause troubles to people's life, concerns during the trip. If the enemy attacks our country, we may revenge. However, we shouldn't do it in a cruel way and forget to be humane. Humanity. I want to give an immortal medicine to the old people who have been working so hard for our country. Without the old people's hard work and devotion, we can't exist. What we are and how we live in the society now. Let's appreciate for that and wish them long. Medicine. There are lots of useful advices in the stories in which old people tell. Old people. When the evening comes, you realize that you have wasted the whole day. Live the moment and don't waste the time. Evening. On a spring night, there was a fire in the wild. A mummy bird couldn't sleep well, worrying about her baby chicks. No matter who they are, humans, birds, or animals, parents always worry about their children. Parents love. Thoughtful advices and criticisms, which are sometimes hard and awkward to give, are the best cure for disease. It's wise to take people's advice. Medicine. Even if you are busy with your work, you can find the time for something you really want to do. There is no excuse not to do things at times. Our world is busy, as if weeds spread quickly in summer weeds. The thoughts that everything is all right can be worse than bad. Mind. The path along the rice field is narrow, but make way so that other people can pass. Give yourself in and cooperate with others. Narrow path. All the young ones are gone to the war, and only the old ones are left in the rice field. Old farmers. I'd like to have a splendid, clear mind like a rising sun. Sun. I'm worried that the tatami mat of the soldier's house will get damp by the rain after they have gone to war. Rainy season. Wakened up by the noise of the stormy night, I think of the small old house of the poor people. Thoughts on a cold night. Don't think that the crystal ball is not sparkling. You just haven't polished enough. People need to train themselves harder to show their ability or quality. Crystal ball. The hands of the clock are all different shapes, and they sometimes go forward and sometimes go backward. Everybody has a clock in his heart ticking at his own pace. Clock. It may seem a quicker way, but don't take if you think it's not safe. More haste, less speed. Path. If you know the timing that you decide to go, just go for it. Otherwise, things might go wrong or in the way which you never expected at times. It's a shame that we forget about the pure mind we used to have when young. Mind. Children can turn good or bad like the way a young bamboo shoot bends in any directions. Hope you bring them up nicely. Children. How beautiful it is to see the wild cherry blossoms which look like clouds showing through the pine trees. Flowers like clouds. It must be hot living in the houses built side by side in the town, since they can't get air in with such small windows. Houses in summer. Respecting and taking care of the parents are the most important, and the first thing to do as a human. Devotion to parents. parents. After so many years had passed, you would only realize how much your parents were thinking of you. You don't know parents' feelings until you become one. Parents' love. Although what you learn from your parents in the house may be a few, it becomes the foundation of your life to be successful in society. Family teachings. Let's not moan about the short life of cherry blossoms. Instead, let's hope that, although the spring may end soon, their beauty lasts longer at the river. Wish for the flower. Don't leave the dust lying around for too long. It becomes hard to get rid of. Dust. I'm regretful now that I used to hate practicing writing in the lesson when I was a child. Lessons. Whenever it's sunny or cloudy, I worry if everybody is getting enough food or not. Thoughts. Although it may take a long time, surely there is no danger of going the wrong way if you keep on doing the right thing as a human. Path. Time flies like an arrow. I should have done everything sooner. If you think there is always a tomorrow, you will never succeed what you plan at times. It may be hard going through the river full of thick reeds. However, take time to control like you use a long rod slowly. Achieving your goal is a long, hard way, but take your time and stay focused. Boat through the reeds. Hope you don't give in and stop in a halfway even if your learning is hard going. Path. There is no point of living long if you don't have anything to achieve at times. It's sometimes better for people if things don't go the way they want. People. A captain must keep controlling his ship all the time, even when the sea is calm. Mind. Even if you are left behind from the other people you are going with, don't lose the way that you should be going. When everybody is heading the same way, you think they are going the right way, but that's not always the case. So judge your way carefully. Path. The pink flower will bend with so much dew if you don't take it away. Children full of dreams, possibilities, and ambitions could go unexpected way if you don't control them at times. Even the most beautiful crystal ball selected by everybody has a scratch. Even everybody thinks that the person is the most successful and the happiest. He also gets hurt. Everybody is not perfect. Crystal ball. Parents treat their children like babies, even if they become independent. Parents love. Even if you become independent, don't forget to appreciate what your parents have done for you. Parents. Without opening the mountain, how can you see the golden flower shining? There is no use having talent without using it. Mine. Be careful. You may trip over, even on the clear road. Security is the greatest enemy at times. I hope those who have success in life won't be concerned over the little things. Thoughts. The wider you interact with people, the narrower your mind gets. Your values tend to be framed by common sense, respectability, or format of society when you interact with many kinds of people. Mind. Don't complain getting old since you have a job to work on. Don't make an excuse and keep working hard until you achieve. Old people. A house stands firmly thanks to the central pillar. The reason why the families prosper is because a master, a leader of the house, exists. Master. Hope our country is regarded as a decent country that is ruled properly. Governors and politicians, do your best. Criticism. Even when you master what you have been studying, Don't forget to appreciate your teacher's help and support. Teacher. You shouldn't account anything without evidence in the newspaper, because the ordinary people read and believe them. It's such a shame that the pure, clean water at the top of the river gets muddy at the bottom of the river. Though we are born pure and innocent, on the way we grow up, we get influenced by so many things in the society and lose our virtue of innocence, water. A cow walks steadily, pulling an overloaded cart. Keep doing slowly and steadily, even if you have a lot of work and responsibilities to take on. Cow. If you are not ashamed yourself in front of the God, you have a true, sincere mind. God. Do you think that it's just because things are not happening and not because you are lazy? Without your effort, nothing will be achieved at times. The friends you work and support each other should take the leadership for the country. Friend. Let's take care and look after the old pine tree, which has been standing for a long time, and let it grow longer. Old pine tree. Farmers never feel at ease of their rice field, since they plant the seeds until they harvest the crops. Farmers. The pine tree looks graceful and impressive after it has tolerated so much snow and storm. You become successful after you overcome many hardships. Pine tree. Is there any way that we can improve our country by keeping good things and getting rid of bad things? Country. When you become famous, bear in mind to be modest at times. A snail pops out time to time to see what's going on in the world. Snail. The world is safe if you take the right way. Path. Work hard and polish your skills until you become independent and successful, since the work is your treasure. Treasure. Concentrate your study at school and not to be distracted by what's going on in the world. Student. If we don't go forward, when the whole world is proceeding, we will be left behind at times. People with high status in the society, such as governors and officers, should act appropriately. Behavior. You can't teach people if your behavior is not appropriate. Behavior. The waves and winds in different seas are all the same everywhere. Then, why are there so many storms? Why do people fight each other even though they are brothers and sisters? Petition. The pink flowers were washed and battered by the wave on the river banks, yet still they kept flowering. How wonderful it is that our children have overcome many difficult situations and circumstances and have flourished at times. You have to keep doing the job you were given, even if there is something else, such as a hobby and entertainment that you may be interested in. Entertainment. Look what you are doing time to time, because sometimes you don't notice that you are making a mistake at times. I will polish my mirror like others' mirror, which has no frost. You will learn yourself by looking into someone else. Mirror. And that is the end of the poems by Emperor Meiji, suggested to us when we take Reiki to read these magical poems for our benefit. And thank you for joining me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and press that little bell for notifications if you enjoyed this and would like to hear more. Much love.